Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking the time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. Um, I am getting things put away and trying to organize this area, whatnot. Part of that is getting rid of stuff that I've already assembled. And I have assembled several first aid kits. Um, this one, I'll put a link down below. It is a very basic Band-Aid Booboo kit for the GrandBrats. It will ride in the glove compartment or maybe the little seat cubby. It's very basic, very basic. This kit is slightly more comprehensive. Again, this is not a you're not going to do minor surgery or anything with this kit. This is basically a cuts and bruises and sprains and strains type of a kit. It may handle a little bit more, but my recommendation is to have first aid courses to know what you can handle and what you can't handle, and rely on medical personnel if it's available. If it's not available, well then that's a different story. I hope to have medical personnel available. This kit came out of the Brat Buggy, the old Brat Buggy, and I emptied it out and then just basically reused the box. So what that says there, this does not come in this kit. This is my version of what I want to carry in the kit. And this will probably be under the seat of the Brat Buggy. Maybe under the back floor. It just depends on where I end up finding the most room to put it. So again, this is just a basic wound kit. Somebody falls and sprains themselves or something to that effect. In the lid, we have a pen. This is in. There's actually two pens. These come in handy for marking a wound site or an insect bite, and then seeing if it spreads over time. You can go on whatever increments you want, 15 minutes, half hour, whatever. There's a pair of scissors. They're not bandage shears. I don't have a set of bandage shears handy, so these will work. There's a razor blade knife. This will cut a pair of pants, or if you're trying to get out a splinter or whatever. There's a small flashlight. This is from Dollar Tree. You're not going to. This is not to actually work on the wound with. This will help you search out what's inside your kit. To start out, there is a large aluminum bag. This was a Cheetos bag. It's been turned inside out, washed thoroughly. It has all kinds of uses, from puke bucket to just a clean field to actually work on. See if I can get that under there. All right. Sugar and salt. Sugar, if somebody is hypo or hyperglycemic, they have certain symptoms. The symptoms are similar. Sugar will help one. It won't harm the other. So sugar is good to have on hand. It is not the best way to administer, but in a pinch it will work. It'd be best if you could dissolve it in water, but it will work just applied to the tongue. It'll have almost instant effect. I also have some salt. Living in Florida, we have a lot of heat stroke and heat exhaustion. A little bit of salt in some water will go a long way to helping. Again, it is not the optimum, but in an emergency, it will work. Antiseptic wipes, alcohol wipes, whichever. If you're getting ready to work on a wound, whether it is your own or somebody else, wash your hands and then wash around the area if you can. A clean area, a clean field is really required to prevent infection. Gloves, after washing your hands, glove up. And it wouldn't hurt to wash the gloves with another pair of gloves, because you may rip the first pair. These are craft sticks. I used to carry tongue depressors. These will work for a finger or toe splint if necessary. Tape them together, or tape over top and then tape them together. Break them in half depending on how big your patient's fingers happen to be or your fingers are. They can also be used as an emergency, as a splint on a wrist to help immobilize. It will not work completely, but it will be a great help. Splits. That one's broke. I'm going to have to replace it. Freebies from Home Depot, Lowe's, any paint supply store. It's a paint stick. These are good, thick sections of wood, and they work fantastic as a splint. There is a cold pack. You smack it, shake it, and apply the cold. It works in many instances. An emergency blanket to help prevent shock. More alcohol prep pads. A 3x4 non-stick. Actually, there's several. 3x4 non-stick gauze dressings. This is a syringe for applying sterile water if you have it. I have betadine solution. This is a topical antiseptic that goes on a wound. It can also be used to make water drinkable. It tastes nasty, but it can be used. I have Water Plus water tablets. And I have them in here because they had a perfect spot to put them. I also carry these little tubes of super glue. These are fantastic. I get these at the Dollar Tree. I used to carry super glue, or actually crazy glue, in my trauma pack. Hospitals use a type of cyanoacrylate super glue. It is a medical formula. They do not recommend that you use anything other than a medical formula. I do not recommend using this on a wound, but I can tell you that cyanoacrylate super glue type glues work very well for holding skin together and stopping bleeding. But again, it is not medically recommended. I am not recommending that you do it. I have iodine applicators. You break the tip, shake it, and you can apply it around your wound. Again, it is a topical antiseptic. It will burn like crazy. It can also be used to help sterilize water. A constricting band. Sometimes you're going to have to apply a constricting band. Know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't do it. Paper tape. Let's see, get this out of my way. This is a bag of various medications. Some of these you need to go through your kit every year or two to make sure that they are still usable. The water purification should be okay for quite a while if it's unopened. Same with the betadine. Alcohol prep pads will dry out, so check at least one every so often. Medication should also be checked and disposed of properly if it's aged. Aspirin, if it's more than a year, I get rid of it. It's just the way it is. Now let's see, I have a couple of Benadryl packages, a Motrin, a Tylenol, St. John's adult aspirin for somebody that may be having a heart attack, Imodium AD antidiarrheal, 2 of those, and another Tylenol. Tylenol, Motrin, aspirin all have different, they all work different ways. Ibuprofen is it's for swelling more so than pain. Aspirin is more for the pain, minor pains. So there's that. This is, okay, these are actual, Band-Aids. And, nope, okay. First aid ointment. I think there's some Band-Aids in there. A couple of small Band-Aids and two gauze eye pads. Meaning gauze pads that cover your eyes, not the electronic eye pads that the children want. There is a triangular bandage. This was in the original kit. I washed it and dried it. It is not sterile by any means, but it is clean. There is an elastic bandage and a gauze dressing bandage. I carry one of these because I found these and you never know. This is a 1,000 milligram vitamin C dietary supplement. It has a whole bunch of different B vitamins, so in a pinch that can be very helpful. And 2 inhalers for somebody that's been knocked out, basically. So let's see if I get these back in here. I am not going to try to put this kit back together on video. And I need to replace that one splint. I must have cracked that when I tried to force everything together. So, like I said, this is not a kit that you're going to carry with you and be all survival man. And this is a basic klutzy old man fell down and needs to, make it home or make it to the hospital type of kit. Basic first aid. So, let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all happen to leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around on your social media, that would be fandoculous. You want to check out my Facebook? There's a link down there along with my snail mail address if you want to send me friend mail or a postcard or a rock from a nearby creek. Whatever, it's all cool. There's some other stuff down there too. I don't know, like Instagram, and I don't know. I don't use it. So, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. Slap them upside the head. Hit them up on Facebook. Give them a call. Let them know you're thinking about them. Let them know you love them. We're not promised tomorrow. We don't know what the next 5 minutes are going to bring. With that being said, I hope to see y'all again, and until I do, I hope you all have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all. Bye-bye.